What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and today we're going to be talking about if Yamcha had replaced Frieza on the team for the Tournament of Power. And I know immediately fans are going to be like, oh, Yamcha's so weak, he's weaker than Roshi, and it's like, one, no he's not, and two, although the writers try to write Yamcha as a joke all the time, I feel like they would at least give him a couple victories. They gave everyone on Team Universe 7 at least a couple victories in this tournament, so let's say Frieza, for whatever reason, got erased because Beerus saw he was dealing with another universe. Like, let's say Frieza got caught in the act. Beerus erases him right there. They don't have a 10th member, so they're all freaking out about what to do. There's like 10 minutes before they have to leave for the tournament, and they've pretty much given up. Yamcha shows up and is like, hey guys, and then that's when it clicks in Goku's head, oh hey Yamcha, you can fight. So then, they ask Whis to materialize a gi for Yamcha, like Krillin's, and they head on their merry way. Yamcha's probably going into this with the mindset, like, he's probably split between two ways. One way he's probably like, oh, all these opponents aren't going to be that strong. At the same time, he's probably scared, like, shitless, basically. So we get to the tournament, he's kind of eyeing down all these opponents. He's trying to, I would say Yamcha's trying to figure out who the weaker kind of people would be so he can take them out. I'm kind of mixed on how Yamcha would really start. Would he stick with the group or would he run off on his own? Old Yamcha, if we're talking original Dragon Ball Yamcha, he probably would have ran off on his own. But I feel like Yamcha now realizing where he kind of stands would probably have sticked with Gohan and his group. So that would have added one more teammate to their little group. I still feel like maybe Yamcha would have been the first one knocked off. I feel like they would have written it differently. So I feel like Krillin wouldn't have... He probably would have saved 18, but they wouldn't have had Krillin get knocked off first, because how are you going to have Krillin get knocked off before Yamcha? I love Yamcha as a character, but it's just how his character's written. I feel like Yamcha would get cocky with some kind of opponent, and that's how he'd get knocked off. So let's just kind of go into how Yamcha would, I guess, fare in this tournament. So I feel like Yamcha would end up facing against probably some of the weaker opponents from Universes 10 and 9. Probably would have knocked off a couple of them. Maybe that bunny girl that 18 knocked off, or maybe one of the Universe 10 muscleheads from the beginning. But I feel like after that, Yamcha's ego would have built up a little bit. He's like, oh, these guys aren't that strong. I'm out of training and I still can beat these guys. And then I feel like he would pick a fight with somebody who he doesn't really realize how strong they are. And, bite off a little more than he can chew. Like, let's say, for example, let's say he saw Dispo, and he thought Dispo wasn't too strong, so Yamcha goes after him. Dispo would have made quick work of Yamcha. And I feel like that's how they would have had the first Universe 7 person go out. It's like, and then Beerus would have had the whole thing where he's like, you got too full of yourself, you got too cocky. And then that's when Yamcha would have been like the first one out. And then moving forward from that, a lot of things that have currently happened would have had to be done differently. So obviously the Gohan versus Frieza thing with Frost watching would never have happened. So yeah, that would have to have been written differently, how Frost was kind of dealt with. I feel like that way they would have either had Vegeta take care of Frost or probably Piccolo. Probably Piccolo, just because they had this little, match back in the Universe 6 tournament, and Piccolo got cheated, so he probably would have... And honestly, I wanted this fight in the Tournament of Power from the beginning. I wanted Piccolo to get his revenge against Frost. But, of course, that never happened. But in this kind of scenario, that probably would have ended up happening because Frost doesn't have really any ties like he did with Frieza. So, that would have happened. And obviously, when we get later in the tournament, you gotta think, even in the most recent episode in 121, Frieza was helping them out. So, let's say Yamcha was there instead of Frieza. Who would have been those final 5 that were still in there? Obviously, we would have still had Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and 17, but who would have been the 5th member? Would they have just kept 18 in a little bit longer? Maybe Krillin would have still been in because he wouldn't have gotten too full of himself since they already had one character get too full of themselves. I think that would have been really cool. And I kind of talked about that in my Krillin video the other day. But I think overall, like, the dynamic with Frieza is really good, but I still would like to... Because I feel like Yamcha kind of has this... It's not really been explored yet in episodes, but I'm hoping they do something with a filler arc later on. Kind of like how Krillin realized he wanted to get back into fighting. I feel like they should do something where Yamcha doesn't feel truly happy and he has to kind of search for what that is. And the one thing that made him truly happy was martial arts. Even though he gets scared realizing that he's not going to be able to deal with these higher tier fighters or threats that come to the Earth, but I feel like martial arts was a huge part of Yamcha's life, and I feel like that's probably something he's probably missing in his life. But let's see, what else would really have changed? I feel like not too much would have really changed other than that if it was Yamcha instead of Frieza. You know, Yamcha would have gotten a few good licks in before getting knocked out, but honestly, Frieza hasn't done too much in this tournament except spectate. So obviously, the whole Goku getting energy from Frieza wouldn't have happened. So Goku recovering would have taken a lot longer. So that might have been a major difference if Yamcha was in instead of Frieza. But let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think would really have changed if Yamcha... I mean, most of the comments I expect to see are just Yamcha would have been the first one out from all the universes. But I personally don't think Dragon Ball Super writers would write him that weak, because we know Yamcha can at least destroy a planet. So he's not that weak, but he's not high tier either. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time.